Hello, welcome to today's collective general reading. As always, remember to use your own discernment, join with intention, and allow the message to be received with an open heart. A quantum reminder, we are speaking through symbol and story here. So please do not rely on tarot readings for factual evidence. You are always encouraged to do your own research, especially when engaging with strangers on the internet. Okay. These cards came out last night. I was putting away this deck and these wanted to come through, and there was one from the fairy deck that wanted, so I just pulled it apart and picked, and it was Glanconer. Now, I believe that he is here as a reminder that this is speaking to the same people who resonated with the tin room message, which would have been, I believe, the previous. Okay, that's all he's here for. Thank you. Now, we have Metatron's Cube, Peace Offering, and Apsaris Hands. So 41, 40, and 25. 5, 4, 7. Now, when this came out to me last night, I'm still familiarizing myself with Metatron and Cube and that whole situation, but I know it's referring to big things, and I know it's a core beginning. And so I'm also seeing with the colors, solar plexus, throat chakra. As I say that, perhaps also third eye, because it's blue but also purple, and then the heart with pink. So what I was seeing is you've gotten to some place where you have been able to unlock. You have turned a key. And once you've actually unlocked something, this here, I'm seeing these hands as you. And this choice to co-create with the universe. Again, it came out the other week, but it was golden dome and then purple lightning, purple strike, some flash of purple light coming out from third eye, and I'm seeing that reflected here, surrounded by the purple. And there were readings like a month ago, and it was about walking up to the door of the clouds, and all of these hands kept coming out. And so I'm seeing this with these concentric circles as the universe showing up for and with you now that you are ready and prepared and taking that step into conscious manifester, you could say, intentional co-creation with the universe. Because we are co-creating with the universe one way or another, whether we like it or not, but isn't it more fun to be in the driver's seat? First that came out was the Page of Coins, followed by the 5 of Coins. These are pentacles from the Witch Tarot. I'm seeing, yes, this ship, but I'm also seeing this dark red square. And how you've been so focused inside your head, trying to get this to come through and be expressed within reality. And here, this 5 of Coins, I love because you can see her face is it's kind of like there's two, and they're doubled. They're appearing at the same time. I see it as the reality that you've been manifesting, the truth you have been calling in is coming magnetized to you, and I call it calibrating. And I don't know. Okay, it just came through as a word of caution. This 6 of Cups is don't stop yourself before you even get started. I feel like you've gotten to this point so many times over and over and over, but you have a really difficult time actually choosing to be in, I was going to say in collaboration with the universe. But that conspiracy is interesting. Through the concept of having a secret with you alone. The Empress on bottom, lovely. On bottom, We have Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. So it is the beginning of this new journey, and it is whatever you want it to be. We have the Six of Swords and then the Eight of Pentacles. And so I'm seeing that, yes, it is smooth sailing from here, but you still need to do the work. And I think that's something that a lot of people get confused when it comes to manifestation and getting what you want in life. Even that phrasing of it is very specific of, well, I want something, so it's going to come to me. I deserve that, so it's gonna happen. But then they sit down and they don't do anything about it. And it's, what is that? Again, all these Christian phrases come out, and they never come out in my life, but they do in the readings. But like, God helps people who help themselves. But literally, it's about taking inspired action. It's not, you know, waiting for a lottery ticket, waiting for a job to find you. Girl, have you been applying to jobs? Waiting for your dream apartment. Do you know your budget? Do you know what neighborhood you want to live in? Do you know what the expectation is for first and last month's plus deposit? Do you know if that's like a scam website or if that's a real one? You know, it's, you need to actually be doing this work. You need to be showing up for all of this to come in. Top and bottom to that. So Seven of Pentacles and King of Swords. And I am getting that these are swapping positions. It's this, you've planted your seeds and you're waiting for it to grow. But if you try and harvest too soon, the fruits of your labor are moot. There's nothing there, right? And yeah, candle, right? Because this is what I'd wanted to do. Actually genuinely lighting the flames of this new life. And this candle has been curiously difficult to light recently. So that's been interesting. Yeah, come a little closer. Don't be shy. I'm seeing the butterflies in and above beyond here on what could be like a pole or a tree that is etched with it, because I look around and it's pretty like, my human wants to say empty, but that's not the correct word, but I'll say void. I don't see much that butterflies can source nectar from. And so perhaps this is, as these little feet peep out here, perhaps this is something that you are imagining and wanting to take flight, but you have not actually been choosing to churn that into reality, because you think if you wait for it, it will show up. But that's not how that works. New cut, Five of Cups. Yeah, it's this grief of what you don't have, grief of what you lost. Who wants to come out? Thank you. New bottom, we have the Knight of Wands. And so Knight of Wands has been coming through very intently of this is where you are now. So with the Nine of Wands coming out between Metatron's cube and peace offering, what I'm getting is this is what often holds you back from showing up for yourself within the universe. Don't show up for the universe, show up for yourself. You are the universe. You will process that checkpoint as you approach. But I'm looking at how these little booties were red, these were red, these are yellow. Something about, and I'm not getting solar plexus, I am getting like, you know, when someone goes so pale it looks like they've seen a ghost. I'm seeing all the blood rushing out and running towards his heart, this like fear. This is something for you to overcome and seeing how these wands here are sticking up, similar to these swords are sticking up. Go, snowblower. That's right. Churn through that butter. And knocking over that ancient Lemuria, it's not about, oh no, I knocked it over. Put it back. Do what you want with it. Don't worry about something has been imperfect, therefore it is now ruined. Yet, how many of these pentacles do you think he chipped a little different and he said, I don't like that. That's ruined. That's not perfect. It's not what I want. If he was looking at how this one was different to this one and he had a preference and he wanted them all to look the exact same, he would only have one pentacle. But it's about the practice that brings through the abundance, explicitly, hitting on that Queen of Pentacles with abundance. So actually, if I compare them to, I would say that this top one is the most similar. I'd never noticed that before, but let's take a moment. I see, oh, okay, not quite, because that hand on the right is bigger here. It's not that. I know that one wasn't his favorite. This is similar to the first one that he'd done. This one is more equal. That one is a little squat. That one he didn't even put up on the wall yet. What if this is the one he's making now? And you know what? What if this is the ninth, like, and I know that there is a story with the tarot, and surely there is some bit of information that comes with where this pentacle comes from. But what I'm getting at is he created each of them, and none were perfection, but when he worked hard enough, there was one worthy of a queen. As, yeah, I'm seeing that key unlocking there. And unlocking this key is what is pushing you into this collaboration with the universe, with the cosmos, with the collective. And I am picking up on the roses around her. And on that, her crown, I'm for the first time noticing so much detail in this card. How all the roses are growing around her and then up placed around. They're not necessarily naturally growing up like this. A human had to come and structure, you know, what do you call it? Like, not like a picket fence, but when they have all of those, anyway, diamond shapes to put vines through. That, or they had to in some way manipulate the vine for the roses to flow in this direction. It's not about making use of your resources and changing it, therefore you've corrupted or stolen or removed the beauty. The beauty is in what you do with what you have. The beauty is not only in its rawest form, but you are the only one who has the tools to alchemize through those ingredients, I'll say. And what I was noticing is it looks like, I could be wrong, but it looks like a bird. We all could be wrong. We keep going anyway. Absolutely, Kat. But you can't come in because there's candles. I'm so sorry. She's cheeky. I'm seeing the the red wings, red feather wings on her crown. And it's reminding me of the red boots. And here the yellow, he got the bajumpin' scared out of him. And I'm seeing it as her top and bottom is in that grounded root energy, is in that magic activation. Something for this 25 Apsaris hands. 10 of Worlds, reward. So 10 of Pentacles. It's what a treat. When you are in collaboration with the universe, also inferring when you are in alignment with yourself and you are very clear about what it is you are seeking from the world. 1444, the world brings witness to you. I have a collage over there and the word recharge is grabbing my attention. And so it's not about completely running out of fuel, having your battery go down to 2% and then trying to find a charge. Sustain. Continue. We have the 8 and 10 of Pentacles. That 9 in between, this is the difference. Caring for yourself and doing what you want, that brings you joy, that makes you happy. I'm seeing there's a shopping cart here, I just noticed, and you can see Bounce dryer sheets. I love this deck. This is the Voyager Tarot deck. And as with my little tattoo of that sun, right? That little pudding charge that you get. It's all coming in. It's all coming in because you have championed yourself. So celebrate. Okay. What a fun, lovely, nice, happy message. Can I show this card? Yes, I can. Cannot show that beneath it, but it is Lilith, which is lovely to appear. We have the 2 of Coins and the Ace of Swords. So once you decide what it is that you are wanting to bring forward through communication in one way or another, that's when this cycle begins. It's from Metatron's Cube to Peace Offering. The word conquering is coming to mind, and that's a very colonial term, so I'm like mindful of it, but I'll say in conquering your fear, overcoming. In overcoming your fears, and it's not about no longer being scared, it's about doing it anyway. Just because you're scared doesn't mean you can't be brave. You can be both at the same time. Okay, that's the message. So thank you for watching. If you found this video interesting, if anything resonated with you, you can like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to hear from me more often. No, that was my beginning. I've already told you to do your own research. In the description, you can tell I'm trying to go and catch the bus so I can go to the pottery studio, and I'm very excited to create. Even though it snowed like 2 feet overnight, I'm gonna trudge through it anyway. So in the description, you will find a link to my Substack, which is what hosts the 444 Collective. It's a virtual ecosystem where we can come together and kind of explore these things in more detail. A lot of nuance within this that is not necessarily chill for a broad audience of the World Wide Web. Stay tuned.